Hello everyone and welcome to Felix's Space Time. In today's video I have an interview with the CEO of R Space, who specialise in space debris removal. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Thank you so much for coming on here for an interview today. For those who might not know you, could you tell everyone a bit about yourself?
Yes, absolutely. So I am the CEO of Allspace. Before that, it was called Beyond Earth. I will come back on that later. And on a personal level, I am a fan of rugby, for example, even though we lost yesterday against Ireland, because I'm supporting the French team, of course. I'm a big fan also of tennis and of space. I've been for a long time. And a few years ago now, I have created a company in order to live off my passion for space, and so working well. So I'm quite happy about it. And we decided to mix space with sustainability because it was another passion of mine and of my co-founder.
Amazing. Can you walk me through a typical day in your life as CEO?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it has various aspects, but if you want to go through my day precisely, well, basically I wake up, go to the gym, take a shower, and that allows me to leave for work at about 8 a.m. I go through my emails from 8 to 9 during public transport until I get to my office. From 9 to about 1 p.m. I can work on different strategic planning and team collaboration with my co-founder mostly, and with the engineers that work for us. Then lunch break. And in the afternoon, I engage with partners, investors, ensuring that we are publicly renowned. This is why, for example, I connected with you on X directly in the afternoon. It allows me to finish my day about 6. Then from 6 to 7, when I get home in the public transport, I go through my emails a second time. I chill for an hour, I eat, and then I work again for about 2 hours before getting to sleep.
Amazing. Can you tell me all about R Space, a bit about the history and the company's focus?
Yes, absolutely. The main focus right now is active debris removal in low Earth orbits. But before that, we had three companies, so it were way more complicated. We had an holding, which was named Beyond Earth, and we had two subsidiaries. One was Beyond Earth ADR, so it was focused on active debris removal, and the other one was Earthwise Energy, which were way more connected on focusing on hydrogen production through nuclear and solar energies. Um, this this affiliate, Earthwise Energy, was 100% ours, and the other one, Beyond Earth ADR, was shared 51 to 49 with an American company. We worked with them a lot. It allowed us to develop and ensure that one of our space intercept systems, which help us destroy debris in orbit, were functioning. And at the end of 2023, we chose to do a joint venture and to join the three companies in only one, which is Allspace now. And within Allspace, we have a main mission, which is to focus on active debris removal only. And then we have a department, which is the H2 department, which focuses most on hydrogen production.
Amazing. What led you to create kind of a space-focused company? Have you had an interest in space and spaceflight for a while?
Yeah, absolutely. For a long time, my brother and I had a real passion for space, mostly through our grandparents that explained us moon landing when they were young, etc. And so we have always liked it, always been impressed by it, just like you are, I think. And so, yeah, this is like logical for us when we decided to create a company to focus on the space industry.
Amazing. Can you tell me all about the ways our space aims to remove space debris from space, from orbit?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for that, we have Space Intercept Systems, which are called SIS, and they are our two technologies. The first one is the reuser, which is shared with the American company I talked to you about. Basically, how it works, it is the reuser, you have two cylinders. One catches the debris, the other one, thanks to shape memory alloy, can be redirected at 180 degrees in order to eject the debris. This reuser is useful for precision because it takes up to 3 debris at a time. And if it's a company knows that its satellite will be hit by a debris, the reuser is useful because we can catch it right on time. It's very versatile, and it's therefore very easy to drive in space debris. The important part of the reuser, it's his name, because on the long term, we aim, for example, when we catch screws, to be able to eject them to other satellites that might need them for in-orbit working. So that's the reuser. And the other one, the Slayer, which is 100% owned by our company, based in France, is the Slayer. And this is reversed meeting in space. Let's say we are protecting a satellite that's on a corridor named 2. We need to delete debris that on corridor 1 and 3 so that they don't leave their orbit, because it's negligible for all the debris that are on the corridor 2. How it works is that we are at the same speed as these debris, and we slow down the satellite so that debris go directly into it. We catch them this way, and when we have enough satellites, it can go up to 2,000 debris. Sorry, it can go up to 2,000 debris within our satellite. We eject them towards Earth so that they get destroyed in the atmosphere. And then we start over. We take back the speed, we slow down, catch them, eject them, etc. And thanks to this Slayer, we can take about 60,000 debris a month if we're very effective, depending on the size of them, because we go only to debris up to 10 centimeters.
Amazing. Well, it all sounds so amazing. So you signed a fundraising agreement in January for 15 million euros. Can you tell me all about this agreement and how this is going to help our space in achieving your goals?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can go through the basics, but not through too much details because we have signed a non-disclosure agreement on January. But yes, we have signed this contract for 15 million euros, which is very helpful for us because it allows us to move our headquarters. Firstly, right now we are based in a little region near Paris, but we are very attracted to the Toulouse region in the south of France because this is a big space hub. They have great subsidies for companies, so that might help us move there. Or in Luxembourg, because it is one of the possibilities that our partners have talked about with us. So this is the first point. Then it will help us develop our Slayer, launch it, and also to hire new engineers and buy or rent a 3D metal impression, 3D dimension, because it will be way more efficient for us, way more useful. And this is about all that we will do with the 15 million contract, I think. Yeah.
Amazing. So could you go into kind of a bit more about how our space is contributing to space sustainability?
Yeah, absolutely. So on one hand, firstly, we have our active debris removal mission. This mission allows us to make space low Earth orbit more sustainable because more easy to use. It's the Kessler syndrome. I think probably you've heard of it. The Kessler syndrome is the fact that someday in the future we won't be able to launch any satellite or spaceships because there will be too much debris, and debris costs a lot to companies when it hit their assets in space. So this is how in space we aim to protect the space environment and make it a more sustainable industry. And on the other end, so the H2 department, which focuses on hydrogen production, works a lot on two aspects, which is purple hydrogen, which is hydrogen produced from nuclear energy, which might seem confusing for a lot of people, but even in France, we pay extra taxes to clean our nuclear waste. So it's really, we don't have any carbon dioxide production to produce this hydrogen. And moreover than that, we can um, capture and use this carbon as a powder. For example, selling that to other industries. And so not only we do not produce CO2 in the atmosphere, but we catch it and it has a positive impact CO2 wise. So this is a process which is called CCUS, carbon capture, utilization and storage, which we work a lot on for the purple hydrogen only. And then we work on the turquoise hydrogen, which is TH2, produced from solar energy. And from that, we have a lot of advisors for this TH2 because we have worked with the founder of the biggest hydrogen alliance in Texas. We have worked with, and we're still working, by the way, with someone at Dassault Systems that before was working at Ariane Group on hydrogen. So he works with us and helps us a lot. So that's great. And so the CH2, for the H2 department, we have two missions. The first one is to develop a field of solar panels to catch enough energy from the sun. And on the long run, one of our ideas is to have a satellite that can catch sunlight 24/7 instead of, well, even in France, not a lot, but let's say in Spain, we have at most 8 or 9 hours of suns a day. In England, it's less. In France also. So we might do a solar panel field in another country.
Amazing. What milestones did our space achieve in 2023, and what do you aim to achieve in this year in 2024?
Well, in 2023, first of all, the reuser, our first SIS, has been approved as functional in early February or something like that. So that was a great milestone. We were very happy about it actually functioning. So this was for February. In June, we had to give a huge conference at the Paris Air Show on space sustainability. And the main focus this year was clean energy, space propulsion. So we worked with our H2 department and we did a huge conference on our purple hydrogen. So the first one with nuclear energy production. And that was in June. And another big point was in November, because in November we went to the Space Tech Expo in Bremen, Germany, to give a conference this time on active debris removal. And this is where we met our Luxembourg partners with whom we signed on January 15th, I think, something like that. So these are, I think, the four biggest milestones. And for 2024, the second part of your questions, our first milestone was to be able to do the joint venture, which we did on January 2nd. So literally the first thing of the year. Our space was created as an entity, not only the three other companies that we were working with before, as I explained to you earlier. This is our first milestone. The second one is a big round of investments. That would be very great. Next, we go in Farnborough. We talked about it earlier on
Yeah.
March 6th and 7th in order to talk about active debris removal there and find partners also. Then we have the Paris Air Show. Sorry, I have it in French in my head. The Paris Air Show in June. We will be attending there another year. We have been reinvited. Same for Bremen in Germany. And then what would be great is our first functional prototype for the Slayer, the second CIS. We want it to be approved as soon as possible to be able to launch it as soon as possible, hopefully in 2025.
Amazing. So a lot of exciting things coming this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are your plans for the future? What's coming next kind of for our space? Kind of where do you see this company in, say, like 10 years?
Yeah, well, about that, so we are expanding first, moving headquarters, maybe a subsidiary in another country, for example, for H2 in Spain, Texas, or Middle East, something like that, something where they have more sun than we have here. That would be one aspect of the project. The other one is our third CIS, third Space Intercept Systems that we're working on right now. That would be working differently from the two others. To take the example of the three corridors I was talking earlier, we go on the second corridor next to the satellite we want to protect, and then from a laser, we can destroy, like in Star Wars things, we can destroy satellites, well, debris, at least from corridor 1 and 3 if they are closer than 50 kilometers away. So that's our third CIS. And then, yeah, bigger headquarters, bigger team to work on all these projects. And once we have the third CIS, huge, we are talking right now with governments for satellite defense contracts. That would be a great step for us. And finally, the biggest aspect, yeah, it would be to develop more CIS and make space industry as sustainable as possible.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on here for an interview. It was amazing getting to know more about our space and some of the projects you've got coming. So I'll definitely
Thanks.
keep an eye on what's going on. Yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my Patreon page. A link will be in the description.